Argentina looks familiar at first glance. European cities, vast farmland, snow-capped mountains, endless grasslands. But that familiarity is misleading because Argentina isn't unified by culture, geography, or even history. It's a country pulled in opposite directions at the same time. One half looks toward Europe. The other half barely supports human life at all. This is a place where world-class cities exist next to regions that feel almost untouched, where wealth and collapse have repeated in cycles, and where the land itself has shaped how the country succeeded and why it struggled. To understand Argentina, you don't start with cities or food, you start with the land. Argentina is massive, the 8th largest country on Earth, but it isn't evenly usable. Almost everything that made Argentina wealthy sits in one narrow band, the Pampas. Flat, fertile grasslands stretching outward from Buenos Aires. This region could grow beef and grain at industrial scale, long before modern machinery existed, and that single geographic advantage shaped the entire country. Buenos Aires became rich, powerful, and outward-looking. It traded with Europe. It copied Europe. It thought of itself as Europe. But outside the Pampas, Argentina changes fast. To the west, the Andes rise sharply, limiting transport and settlement. To the north, heat and humidity make large-scale farming difficult. To the south, Patagonia becomes cold, dry, and sparsely populated. The result was a country where wealth, people, and political power concentrated in one place, while vast regions remained peripheral. This imbalance wasn't accidental. It was geographic. And once infrastructure, money, and influence locked into Buenos Aires, the gap only widened. Argentina didn't develop evenly, it developed directionally, and that imbalance still defines the country today. At the start of the 20th century, Argentina was one of the richest countries on Earth. Not developing, not emerging. Rich. By 1910, Argentina ranked among the world's top economies by income per person. Its beef fed Europe's growing cities. Its grain filled global markets. And its ports, especially Buenos Aires, became some of the busiest anywhere in the world. Wealth poured in. Buenos Aires expanded rapidly, lined with grand boulevards, ornate buildings, theaters, and cafes designed to rival Paris and Madrid. The city didn't just grow, it performed wealth. Millions of immigrants arrived, mainly from Italy and Spain, drawn by wages that competed directly with the United States. For many Europeans, Argentina wasn't a backup plan, it was the dream. But beneath the surface, Argentina's prosperity rested on a fragile foundation. The economy depended heavily on exporting raw goods rather than building industry. Value was extracted from the land, not added through manufacturing or innovation. The country relied on foreign markets staying open, global demand staying strong, and prices staying high. And wealth became concentrated among landowners and urban elites, leaving little buffer when conditions changed. That vulnerability was exposed during the Great Depression. When global trade collapsed, Argentina was hit hard. Exports dried up, revenue vanished, confidence shattered. Instead of responding by diversifying its economy, Argentina turned inward, embracing protectionism, state controls, and short-term fixes. Booms still came, but so did crashes. Argentina didn't collapse overnight. It slipped into a cycle. And once a country becomes trapped in that pattern, escaping it becomes extraordinarily difficult. Southern Argentina looks empty, but it isn't useless. Patagonia covers nearly a third of the country's territory, yet it holds only a tiny fraction of its population. The reasons are simple: cold temperatures, low rainfall, and enormous distances between settlements. Much of Patagonia is dry, windswept, and exposed. Farming is difficult, transport is expensive, and sustaining large cities has never been easy. But Patagonia's importance was never about population. It plays a strategic role far larger than the number of people who live there. The region holds vast energy reserves, including oil, gas, and wind potential. It contains some of South America's largest freshwater glaciers, and it provides access to the South Atlantic and, beyond that, Antarctica. Historically, controlling Patagonia wasn't about filling it with people. It was about claiming space, establishing borders, securing coastlines, and ensuring that no rival power could challenge Argentina's reach in the south. Railways were built, but never fully connected the region. Cities remained small and isolated. Life in Patagonia demanded self-sufficiency, resilience, and distance from the political center. Even today, Patagonia feels less like a settled region and more like a frontier. Towns are separated by hours of empty road, infrastructure is sparse, and nature still dominates daily life. That isolation shaped Argentina's national identity. It reinforced the idea of a country that is enormous, powerful, and resource-rich, even when much of that land remains difficult to fully use. Patagonia isn't where Argentina lives, it's where Argentina projects scale. Northern Argentina feels completely different, and it always has. Here, indigenous cultures never disappeared. They endured. The land is higher, drier, and more demanding than the fertile plains of the Pampas. Large-scale farming was never easy. Distances were long, and the environment rewarded adaptation, not expansion. Historically, trade in the north did not flow toward Buenos Aires. It moved north and west, into the Andes and across what are now Bolivia and Peru. This region was connected to older civilizations, older trade routes, and older ways of life, long before Buenos Aires became the country's center of power. As the rest of Argentina grew wealthier and increasingly Europeanized, the north remained peripheral. Infrastructure lagged behind, investment slowed, political influence stayed low. Railways prioritized exports from the Pampas, not integration of the interior. Roads arrived late, and national attention focused elsewhere. But culturally, Northern Argentina preserved something rare: continuity. Languages survived, traditions endured, and relationships to the land remained intact. Not because the region was protected, but because it was overlooked. This creates a quiet contradiction at the heart of the country. Argentina presents itself as European. Its cities, symbols, and institutions reinforce that image. Yet large parts of the country never were. The divide isn't just economic, it's historical. And it explains why Argentina often feels less like one nation, and more like several countries stitched together by borders rather than shared experience. Argentina's modern story is one of repetition. Growth followed by collapse, reform followed by reversal, optimism followed by crisis. Inflation, debt, and currency instability didn't appear once, they became recurring features. Each generation believes it will finally fix the system, and each discovers how deeply rooted the problems are. But Argentina keeps going, not because it ignores failure, but because it has learned to live with uncertainty. Businesses adapt, people hedge against inflation, life continues despite instability. That resilience is invisible in travel videos, but it defines the country more than scenery ever could. Argentina isn't a failed state, and it isn't a simple success story either. It's a country shaped by land first, decisions second, and consequences that lasted generations. Its contradictions are permanent, not temporary problems to be fixed. And that's what makes Argentina compelling. Not as a destination, but as a case study in how geography, ambition, and history collide. Understanding Argentina isn't about seeing everything. It's about understanding why everything ended up this way. Argentina doesn't fit a single narrative, and maybe it never will.